You may be in the midst of people, but you feel left out. You don't feel like associating with anyone, and it has its own what we call butterfly effect. This is loneliness. Heartfulness cleaning or rejuvenation. Before I get into that, I'll share with you a story. It's a small, very brief story from Buddha's life. Buddha moved from place to place, and this is how he shared his knowledge, he shared his experiences. One day, one afternoon, he felt thirsty. Those days we didn't have those thermos and water jugs and things like that. Anyway, they may be carrying some mud pots perhaps, but that was empty. So he asked his close disciple, Govind, Govind, why don't you fetch me some water? There was a river nearby. So he went with his pot. But just before he reached the river side, on the way, bullock cart has passed through that shallow part of the river and muddied up the whole water. So he waited and didn't settle. The water was so dirty, so I can't give this water to Lord Buddha. So he comes back and explains to Lord Buddha, Sir, water is dirty, it's not settling. Buddha says, let's wait, you go again. Unfortunately, it was still. So he said, Lord Buddha sends him after 2-3 hours and says, now you go have a look. So, given enough time, when the dirt settles in your mind, it'll become clear. But we don't need to wait for 2 hours, 3 hours for thoughts to clear in our mind. Through this cleaning process, we can accelerate this process. You see, if there was a filtering system or RO water system in those days, then Buddha didn't have to, there was no need to wait for 3-4 hours for water to settle. You can instantly filter it. So, to me, this idea of filtration is great. You can get rid of a lot of this dirt that settles in our mind through this process of cleaning. You can sit and use the techniques given by Heartfulness Way, which is aided with pranahuti. It works instantly. You feel total clarity in your mind. And this ability to clean is also given by the trainer. They will equip you with so much of strength in you. You'll be amazed that how is it that my willpower has skyrocketed now. My willpower has become better enough to get rid of some of the dirts from my mind. So, to me, besides meditation, cleaning can help us a lot. A lot of people, almost all of us, we collect so much of thing knowingly or unknowingly during our day-to-day interactions that affects us, that impresses our mind. We get conditioned because of whatever happens around us. We get conditioned environmentally, emotionally, and at many levels, even at physically, we get conditioned. We need to break this conditioning. Suppose if I form an opinion about someone falsely, and if I get an opportunity of cleaning out this particular opinion, then I'll be able to free myself from these false opinions. And that will improve my relationship. I will have total clarity about situation. In Buddhism also they praise this beginner's mind. And I love this term beginner's mind because beginner's mind is not conditioned. And cleaning under Heartfulness Way brings back this beginner's mind in instant. And sometimes when the emotions are so great that you yourself are not able to clean it, then these trainers are always there. You need not even tell them that I have this problem or I have that problem or somebody did something to me or she refused me. You don't have to go in details. Trainers are not interested in details, they are interested in helping us getting back to the depth of our being. And they are well trained, almost 14,000 trainers we have worldwide. So you won't have to worry about waiting. As we discussed earlier, you know, there is no waiting time when it comes to such requests of meditating with a trainer. Trainer's main job is to clean, to help us come back to a better state of being through this cleaning. So I highly recommend this cleaning.
Anger, if it is casted upon oneself, when I make this mistake, then it can be a corrective measure. But if I keep shouting at others and reprimanding them with anger, loud sound, it is not going to serve the purpose. Once this energy oozes out from within, energy of anger, it's difficult to destroy it. There's no energy can be destroyed. It's a law of nature. But certainly we can transform this energy. One way of transforming this energy is to take a pause, take a break from you're about to get angry. That's when if you take a pause and say, okay, maybe I should get or express my anger tomorrow. Let me study the situation. Why should I get angry? Why am I about to get angry? If I study that situation in next 24 hours or in next 1 hour, I sit quietly and brood over the reasons for my anger on someone, then I might understand the folly behind my purpose of getting angry. However justifiable I may be in getting angry, it becomes more perfectly fine. You have justifiable reasons. But buying time and expressing it saves relationship. Even the other person who really made a mistake and you let go of that person from the wrath or anger, that person will also understand, look, he was totally justifiable, yet he did not get upset with me, he did express his anger. He will be corrected automatically without saying a word. So, best would be to, to hold on for a moment, pause for a moment, and then see, okay, not now, I'll get angry tomorrow, or I'll get angry after an hour. You're buying time and analyze the whole situation. And perhaps if it was your fault, you'll thank God. I had this 1 hour to put over, and thank God I didn't get angry. So this pause between arousal of anger and actually lashing out that anger is necessary phase where a child is brought to be angry. But then again you train a child, look, it's not the right way. Let's hold on to this emotion for some time and see where it moves. I would make this person, if they can hold on from being angry, hold on to that moment. Get angry a bit later, 5 minutes later. Nothing wrong with it. But between those moments, trigger of anger and mentally assuming that I will get angry in next 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you're holding on, you're buying time. I would recommend that you breathe deeply with left nostril. I don't mean just breathing alone, deep breath. Yeah? No, I mean close your right nostril and breathe very deeply with the left nostril at least 5, 6 times. You will notice that anger will simply dissipate. It will dissolve away. Another way is, what happens to a man or a woman who is angry? Two things happens. Their fists get tightened up, right? So next thing, moments you know that you're about to get angry, let loose your hands. Offer that energy to nature. Another thing happens when you're about to get angry, your jaws gets tightened up. So drop your jaw, let go of it. Let yourself enjoy this moment of detensioning your jaws. So three things physiologically, if we can implement within those 5 minutes, you cannot get angry. Though you have every reason to get angry and be upset, but you now have a mastery over anger, over your emotion.
Loneliness is where you feel totally disconnected. You may be in the midst of people, but you feel left out. You don't feel like associating with anyone, and it has its own what we call butterfly effect. This is loneliness. It is not that you are absent or others are absent in your company, but something happens at an emotional level that makes you feel that you are not connected, you are all alone by yourself. Though you have your spouse with you, you have your children with you, you have your siblings with you, you have your parents with you, you have so many colleagues working with you. But this emotional disconnect makes one feel lonely. But there are times when you are all alone on your mountain house, still you don't feel lonely. So there is a difference between aloneness and loneliness. You need nothing, even though you may be alone on the top of a mountain in a small hut. So loneliness is a disconnect, even though you may be surrounded by so many individuals. Psychologically speaking, loneliness has many faces, many reasons. One is if you have let us say if you have inferiority complex also, though you have loved ones all around you, but you have denied this connection. Nobody belongs to me. You have denied it. So that is one reason of loneliness. Another one, I don't need anyone in life. I don't need to associate myself, or I don't want to be part of it. So this comes from an extreme dislike, which is also not healthy. Both these scenarios requires treatment. And only treatment is love. How to work around such individuals, medicine will not help you. Only love will help you. How to bring back that person who thinks that you are nothing, I don't have to be associated with you. But it's okay, since I am nothing to you, but you are something to me. I love you, and this many caring words will help build this connection again and again. If this still denies respect his or her requirements, but keep in touch. I think regular touch with such individuals will improve the quality of their life as well as our life. Imagine when you know a family member who is lonely and suffering from some mental ailment. Would you abandon this person? So we have to stay in touch, either via phone or regular visits. Even saying hello now and then will help. Antidote to loneliness is connection. I should be connected either within or with many people who are on the same page, those who are resonating with you, those for whom you always crave, I wish I had this company. So that breaks the loneliness. Connection with lively people makes your life even livelier. Well, you may be alone in your house, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, you felt like company and you would like to meditate. You can always use this phone app and connect with the person who will remotely meditate with you. And as they say, nourish you somehow through this meditation. You'll feel elevated, your consciousness will feel also so improved and refined. There are many heart spots throughout the world. There must be some in your town also, where people come together and meditate together. So togetherness, or what they call in Buddhism, Sangha, can help immensely towards combating loneliness.
If meditation ends when you open your eyes, what have you really practiced? The next video explores this subtle truth.